Hello, everybody. I would kindly invite the. I haven't started yet. Okay, so welcome everybody, esteemed doctors, professors, everybody. Now welcome the students of the MBBS in the MD program. Okay. I will welcome the second row, I guess. Okay, so now I guess everybody's coming. Fourth row incoming. And now we're happy to welcome the MD students. Okay, you're welcome to be seated. Okay, so, dear ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, distinguished doctors and professors, hardworking staff and faculty, and of course, beloved colleagues. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andreas Milios. I am the Vice President of the Medical School Student Society, and I would like to welcome you to the annual White Coat Ceremony, an event hosted for both the MD 6-year program and the MBBS 4-year program delivered here at the University of Nicosia. We have a remarkable plethora of I haven't even said the joke yet. We have a remarkable plethora of passports here today in this little island of the Mediterranean. We have guests from the United States, Canada, Australia, Israel, Israel, Lebanon, Syria, the Emirates, Morocco, the United Kingdom, Italy, France, Germany, Finland, Venezuela, Hong Kong, Japan, and of course, Greece and Cyprus. And Jordan. This demonstrates the beautiful variety that we have in this school. We're probably 2 countries short from forming a new United Nations, but we have time to go. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us here, especially to the people who had to catch 2 or 3 flights to get here, to all the parents, grandparents, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters, boyfriends and girlfriends who are sitting here with us, but also to those who couldn't make it. We dedicate this ceremony to you. Thank you for being there for us the whole time, supporting us emotionally, mentally, psychologically, financially. Some days you had to put up with our grumpiness and you had to act as our punching bags, metaphorically speaking, I hope. You pushed us when we could no longer push ourselves. So in short, us being here, we owe it to you and coffee. This was an exciting year. There were a lot of firsts. The first time we took blood from a patient, the first time we administered an injection to a patient, the first childbirth, the first laparoscopic surgery, the first hernia operation, the second hernia operation, the third hernia operation. You see where I'm going with this. The first cancer surgery, the first time in the accidents and emergency, the first time in the intensive care unit, the first heart attack. I distinctly remember the first stroke patient I saw in the intensive care unit. We shall call him Mr. X. And he had a stroke in an area of his brain that controls speech. So he lost his ability to speak, although he could understand everything, but he just couldn't speak. And you could see the frustration in his eyes, the deep feeling of agony because of this disability. So we came out of the intensive care unit and I was feeling quite overwhelmed. So I turned to my placement partner, Anthony. I told him, I told him this is too much. To which he replied, I know, I'm starving. Mr. X got significantly better in the 5 weeks that we were working there, and we were able to monitor him throughout and look at his progress. So during our time there, I understood two things. Number one, being part of the patient's rehabilitation and management makes all of the hardships that we are currently going through worth it. And number two, Anthony always needs his breakfast. Today is a special day, not because we received a white coat. We have worn one white coat before, but it's because of what it means, what it symbolizes. We have earned it. We have pushed our bodies to the limits. We have pushed coffee tolerance to a maximum. We were sitting on a chair for hours and hours till days became nights and nights became days. Sometimes coffee was breakfast, lunch and dinner. This was Monday. But we've arrived. We have finally arrived, not at the end, but at the halfway mark. And this is something major. We deserve to pat ourselves at the back. So there has been plenty of sacrifice along the way, and there is plenty more to come. Now, without further ado, we shall move on to our first keynote speaker. Our first speaker is Professor Adonis Ioannidis, the course director of the MBBS 4-year program and Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Professor Adonis has been at the school since its inception and has played a critical role in the expansion of the program over the years. We have all met him at some point over the past couple of years, raising concerns and worries, and he always did his best to resolve them. Professor, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Andrea, for your kind introduction. And I'm going to say a few words. I think you've already covered and touched upon many of the key issues about today's and the significance of today. So, dear colleagues and dear students, also welcome to University of Nicosia Medical School White Coat Ceremony for 2018. First of all, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all the family members and friends that are here with us and joined us for this day, special day today. I mean, you have really provided wonderful support for the students during their time in the university. So thank you. I'd like to extend a big thanks to the Medical School Student Society for inviting me to address this ceremony and provide some opening remarks. I'd like to congratulate you, Andrea, and the MSSS for doing such a great job in organizing this event over the years. This has become one of the key dates in the calendar of the medical school, and rightly so. So, in a long journey, such as the one you have embarked upon, it is important, and I might even say it's necessary, to stop every so often, look back and take stock of what has been completed and plan for the future. So more importantly, though, these are the opportunities to really take pride in what you have achieved. And without a shadow of a doubt, you have achieved a lot so far. Successfully completed first degrees, joined a prestigious medical program, negotiated the rigors of combined theoretical and practical training over the past couple of years. And now, having reached the halfway point, we look forward to all the exciting learning opportunities that lay ahead. You have been very well trained. I'm certain that you will give an excellent account of yourselves during the next 2 years, and you will continue to represent your school in the best possible way. And we do have very high expectations for you. You have been trained very well by experienced, enthusiastic, and motivated colleagues using educational approaches that are tailored to your stage of training. And it's so great to see so many of your teachers and mentors here today and with us, and I'm sure you join me in extending a big thank you for all their dedication and support. To sum up, I want you to make this transition to the next stage of your training with confidence and wear your white coats with pride. I wish you every success in your clinical training and hope you enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Professor. Our next speaker is Professor Constantinou Constantinou, the course director of the MD6 program. Professor Constantinou has been guiding the MD students from day one on the path to becoming doctors. Her hard work, effort, and meticulousness have helped the MD students achieve this milestone. It's also worth mentioning that Professor Constantinou has a BSc, an MSc, as postgraduate certificates, and a PhD. So I guess the only thing missing is an MD. I know a really good medical school, in case you're interested. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Dear guests and colleagues, it is a pleasure to also welcome you to the 2018 White Coat Ceremony for the T-Year MBBS and the Year 4 MD students. This is the 6th White Coat Ceremony in the University of Nicosia Medical School's short history. So far, as you know, only T-Year MBBS students have been participating in this tradition, and as of this year, we also have the Year 4 students of the MD program which will participate. So the Year 4 MD students have successfully completed phases 1 and 2 of their studies and were successfully awarded the Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences. They will continue to phase 3 of their studies, that is clinical years 5 and 6, with the aim of being awarded the Doctor of Medicine degree. Dear MBBS and MD students, today the University of Nicosia Medical School, your families and friends are indeed very proud of your hard work and commitment. I would like to congratulate each one of you, as well as everybody who has supported you and helped you to achieve your goals so far. We are all aware that it took a lot to even get accepted into the medical school. Good grades, test scores, volunteer work, and applications obviously come to mind. I'm also sure that you all remember your interview, where we tried to learn about your interest in medicine, your analytical and problem-solving skills, your communication skills, as well as your judgment and ability to make sound decisions under pressure, all of which are necessary to succeed as a medical doctor. So following admission, you went either through 2, if you're an MBBS student, or 4 years, if you're an MD student, of intense hard work. Lectures, tutorials, anatomy and pathology practicals, communication and clinical skills, clinical placements. So numerous teaching sessions, numerous assessments, and numerous anxieties. You have faced many challenges and made many sacrifices. There were many times you felt overwhelmed, and there were times where some of you questioned your interest and your stamina. Yet your perseverance and love for the profession have brought you to this stage. Practicing medicine is now closer to a tangible reality rather than a name. So we're here today to celebrate this important milestone. The White Coat Ceremony is a meaningful tradition, a rite of passage, welcoming you as new medical students into the medical profession. And it is a meaningful reminder that as medical students, you're bound by the same professional commitments that bind all medical doctors. So from the first years of your training, you were informed about the expectations, but also the responsibilities of the medical profession. Now you're being asked to apply this during the rest of your professional life. So you will now take your knowledge from the classroom to the clinic, where the patient is your ultimate teacher. So the white coat symbolizes clinical service and patient care. It is a symbol of the medical profession, and the white coat also serves as a reminder of the virtues of responsibility, duty, respect, compassion, altruism, empathy, and professionalism. By donning your white coat, you accept to provide the high standards of ethical care to your patients. So you make this commitment in front of your faculty, your families and friends, and it is a big responsibility, but you have been prepared for this. From now on, you will have to focus on your patient and actively listen to their needs, and you will be expected to make your patient's needs your first priority. And when you do this, it is certain that your patients will love you, and then your colleagues will respect you. So you will work with multi-professional teams. You will be asked to deliver excellent patient care by working with clinicians and other healthcare professionals. And your team will depend on you, but you will also depend on your team. So becoming a doctor requires the development of self-directed learning skills that you have been working on so far. You will continue to have questions, and you will always be responsible for finding the answers to deliver the best possible care for your patients. Some of you may have opportunities in the next few years, but also in your professional careers later, to be involved in research. So if you do have opportunities, take them even in the next 2 years. In the future, you might have a chance to get a strong publication record of books, chapters, and peer-reviewed articles. You may have opportunities to join research consortia and write ground proposals, and you may serve as editors in journals and be part of committees involved in organizing international conferences. So you will have opportunities to present conference papers and posters. So do not miss out on these opportunities that you will even have in the next 2 years before you continue. So becoming a medical doctor, as you all know, requires a lifelong commitment to learning. You will continue to learn, and due to the rapid pace of changes in medicine, you will have to be committed to ongoing professional development, and this will be done later on through structured on-site and online trainings, assessments, and attendance in conferences. But you will always have to remember in the next 2 years, but also when you enter the profession, that should not forget that there is so much to learn also from your community, your colleagues, your patients, and your carers. So you do have a long journey in front of you. You will be very busy and work long hours, not only in the next 2 years, but also for the rest of your professional careers. So there will be times where you will feel tired and exhausted. But never forget to stop from time to time to think and reflect. You should never stop listening, never stop questioning, never stop learning, and most importantly, never stop caring about the patients and the profession. So as you receive your white coat today, your beautiful and hopefully fulfilling journey in medicine will begin. So do face your challenges and overcome them and treasure every moment of your journey. So I would like to wish you every success for your clinical years, and I look forward to your graduation in 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Constantino. Our next speaker is Dr. Elvis Pagladis, the year lead for the MD program. Dr. Pagladis did an amazing job in introducing us to the complex world of pneumonology, respiratory medicine that is, and has emphasized the importance of breathing. He gave students an invaluable experience in placements and taste of what is about to come in later years, and many people who had placement with him had an invaluable experience this year. Stage is yours, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Andreas. Thank you, everybody, for turning up. Thank you, students, for passing your exams and taking a weight off our shoulders. It's been a really hard time for you and us at the same time. It's been very emotional as well. And you know, I'm very pleased that I'm speaking before Joseph, because I'm no raconteur, and it's difficult to follow on from somebody like Joseph. I'm glad somebody stopped us around. Last year we even had Pano speaking, and you know, I can't really imitate the bad jokes, so I'm not going to try. Anyway, so last Friday we had to say goodbye to some of our favorite students, and they're now some of our favorite new colleagues. And we had some of our students here that had a first biomedical sciences degree awarded, and we're very proud of you for doing that and for being at the graduation. And today it's another landmark occasion. As everybody said, you're getting your white coats and you're about to embark on the main part of your clinical studies. And we will miss you. We'll miss you more than you know, but we think that this is, and we hope that this is just a temporary separation, because we hope to have you back for more exams, and at the end of that, a very fruitful graduation in 2 years' time. And we said it's a symbolic event. You're getting a coat. It's just a symbol of medicine. But it also marks your halfway point in your medical school life. For some of you, the 2/3 point in your medical school lives. It means, though, that we trust you to go out there, and we're very happy that you're going to be wearing the colors of this medical school wherever you may be going in the next few months. You've already achieved a lot, and the white coat is just that proof that you and your families again should be very proud of. This school is young, but it's managed to impress all the accrediting bodies both here and in the United Kingdom in its short life. We've managed to provide medical education programs not only for graduates but now for school leavers. And please, can we have a special round of applause for the first cohort of MD6 students that are getting their white coats today. As Andreas said, you come from a number of countries that most of us wouldn't have been able to pick out on a map. And probably a lot of your families hadn't heard of Cyprus before you decided to come here, so we're very pleased to have mingled in this way amongst, you know, ethnicities, religions, colors, and everything else. I mean, this is a very multicultural program, and you will have forged friendships that will serve you for all your lives. And I'm very happy for you for this. And, you know, getting a white coat means that we get about 100 people here, all dressed up nicely, especially the ladies, and we put a white coat on them to make them all look the same. Well, you're not all going to be the same. It's like going to a wedding and there's a buffet, and, you know, we have to eat the same things, but you can choose. And please don't think that the white coat is meant to take away your individuality. It's not meant to stop you from developing in any way you want and that you can. It really indicates that you belong to a team of people that have the same goals and the same training. And hopefully, you know, this milestone is just the first. And again, going back to Andreas, I was examining palpitations during OSCEs last week. and he said how important coffee is to your life and survival. And, you know, very few of you asked the lady with palpitations if she was having too much coffee. In fact, I was surprised that some of you asked the elderly lady if this problem was related to her periods. But, you know, does that really matter? Does it matter? Not in the slightest. Where you're safe, that's the idea. And does it matter really to the patient's survival if she was having too much coffee at that point? No. All of you got the fact that she had an arrhythmia, and that's the point of helping her find out what she had and to help her get better. And this is what the white coat signifies, that you're ready, that you're safe to embark on seeing patients using all these skills and knowledge that you work so hard for. From now on, you need to build on your own abilities and add to your professional attributes so that in the years to come, you will not just pass finals, you'll be equipped to start your further training. There will be hard times, there might be failures. I remember failing my membership to the MRCP Part 1 and I thought the world came to an end. But 3 months later, I passed it, and then I passed my Part 2, and then you just carry on with life, and it's like it never happened. And most of us here, I think most of your doctors can give you a story of a failure. I'm very proud that any of you who've had these failures have stood up tall against these temporary setbacks and are here today. On your coming travels, remember that you're representing your school, your family, but mostly yourselves. Please draw on what you have learned about being professional and solid in character, and above all, that the center stage always belongs to our patients, who trust us, let us into their lives, their secrets and their homes, and they share their fears and worries every day. I'm so happy for all of you, and so are all your teachers and all the staff at this medical school. You're our ambassadors, and you are our future. Go forth and conquer your dreams. Remember to help others selflessly, but remember to leave some time to love yourselves and your families, and leave some time for personal life. Well, I've given you enough advice, and as Luis tells me, giving advice is one of the two things that are easier to do than to have done. The other one is his favorite procedure, a colonoscopy. We keep you in our hearts, and we wish you every personal and professional success. May the force be with you wherever you go.
Agree that Dr. Pagadi's introduction raised the temperature around here, but it's fine. It's Dr. Joseph's turn now. So our next speaker is Dr. Joseph, the year lead for the MBBS program, also known as the Sherlock Holmes of medicine. We came into the school knowing that medicine is science. Dr. Joseph has shown us that it's actually an art. We have thoroughly enjoyed his lectures and placements as he pushed us to think outside the box. He has also taught us something that we will never forget. HLA B27. Stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, Andrea. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to all the guests. I'm glad I can see you all here because with Andreas' first introduction talking about nights and days and night into day and coffees, I thought I was at the wrong medical school with all the studying. And also I'm very happy that the speed and efficiency of Cyprus has worn off onto you with your coming up very efficiently onto your seats. So another year has gone, another white coat ceremony, but almost another year has passed. I know the results are not out. We're all nervous, but we're here to enjoy it today. We had to do it before the results. And after the exams, everybody, dear parents, friends and loved ones, because if we had done this ceremony before the exams happened, you don't see any students anywhere. They're so studious, they're always in the library, even when we're giving them lectures. They've been a very studious group. It is before results, and I have to echo what Dr. Baghdadis has said. There are obstacles, there are failures, but you're halfway there. And even if it's not quite halfway, for anything that goes wrong, the huge majority will get there, and you'll get to your dream, and you'll do what you want to do. So please, wait for these results. Hopefully everyone will be fine. Anyone that isn't, you'll still get to where you want to be. So let's just, as I said, enjoy the afternoon and get to your dream, which is to get out of Cyprus, I'm sure. It's an honor again to be asked to give this talk at the White Coat Ceremony, one of the speeches. It's a problem, it's tough, because we're going to say the same things year after year, the same jokes. But thankfully, because like Dr. Banos, I enjoy my own jokes, I'm fine. So I'll laugh at them just the same, and hopefully your family haven't heard them before, so we're okay. So it's a special evening to welcome all of you, the relatives, the friends, the loved ones here. It's very special for us, for the admin people and for the faculty, because it's one of the first times we see you all here and we can count you. And it's very good. For the guests, it's been 2 years now gone, tough years, you know, you've supported, you've listened, you've been there for the students, and we're halfway there. For some reason, the students always have pushed me to make jokes about a particular specialty in medicine, if you can call what they do medicine. But I don't know why they do it. And I decided that maybe it's not fair. It's not fair on them. It's not fair to joke about people who are not here to defend themselves and throw a joke back at you. And then I thought maybe it's not that unfair, since even if they were here, they wouldn't understand half of the stuff I was saying. But maybe the real reason why I shouldn't is because I noticed that quite a few of you are talking about going into a career of orthopedics. I think it's to spite me. You're thinking, and when they say, did anyone shape your life when you were a young student? They'll say, yes, there's this guy I hated, and just because he went on, I became an orthopedic surgeon. And also because some of you have got very many relatives in this specialty, and you're probably sitting here, so I'll stop about that now. So on a serious note, slightly more serious, it's been a tough 2 years, you know that very well. It's a tough course, and it's a great course, and it's a course that's got this lovely common sense characteristics of UK courses. And your exposure to patients from the very beginning is very special, and you should cherish it, because not many of us have ever had this, to start seeing patients from the first week and the first month. And you're very well equipped to move on, like the previous speakers have said. You've seen plenty of patients, you've taken loads of histories, some of us go on at you more than others, but you've taken loads of histories, you've met, you know what it's like to sit on a bed and on a chair next to a patient, and you're well equipped to move now in your next 2 years. We always say this, but we can't stress it enough. What I'd advise you for the next 2 years is to see lots and lots and lots of patients. The books are fine, you learn the theory, nothing can replace seeing the patients. It sounds obvious, but please don't forget it. Attend well, go to everything that you're meant to go to, be there, because you never know what opportunities there will be, what things will happen when you're in there, whereas you know what can happen in your room. The worst thing that can happen is you can knock your cup of coffee over where you're revising. Whereas in the ward, in the theatre, in the accident and emergency department, things happen and they stick in your head because you learn in context, and then you can go and look them up, and everything consolidates nicely. So please remember, see lots and lots and lots of patients. It's an apprenticeship, isn't it, to do medicine, and it's not to be learned from a manual. So in the next 2 years, please go as much as you can. I think it's a point here to say a big thank you to all the administration staff of your course, because they've been there, they've pushed you, they've hassled you, they've helped you, they've answered your questions, and you know they do exactly the same to us. And that's the reason why this course is quite organized. There's always little complaints and little things that aren't quite right, but thank you to the admin staff for everything that they do. It's a tradition to be nice to you and to say, you know, to tell you all the pluses and all the advantages and the good points that you have. So you've got so many good points, but I struggled to find what your best one would be. I think it has to be, in the end, if I have to say the one thing you're best at as a cohort, I think it's signing the register. You've asked loads of questions, you've communicated well, you've worked well in your skills, I know. You've been a good year, and some inside information that should make you proud. Our examiners and external examiners that attended your OSCEs, and MD6 apologies, I'm talking to the MBBS 4 lot here, they were quite pleasantly impressed by you during the OSCEs. So you should be proud that the people who always examine, in the UK were very pleasantly impressed, I won't say surprised, and they said they're good, yeah, they're like our students, they're good. So I think you should be proud. So welcome again to friends and family. Well done again. Good luck with the results. Enjoy the last 2 years, all of you. Remember to look after yourselves, like you've been told already. Look after your health. Do the things you like doing, and enjoy it all the way to the end, to qualification, where the tough life begins. Thank you.
This is great. The quality of the speech is going up every year. So our final speaker is our year's sweetheart. Yes, kindness, meticulousness, and positive energy is what characterizes her. She always made sure to alert us for deadlines. And if it wasn't for her, I would have surely missed a couple of submissions by now. She's also the president of the Medical School Student Society, and working beside her was a pleasure and an easy task at hand, leading to some beneficial changes for the students this year. Please welcome Ms. Violetta Young.
Good evening, everybody. Wait. So this might be a little bit repetitive, but I would like to start by thanking all the faculty and staff for being here with us today, especially also to all our esteemed guests who took time from their busy schedule to watch their loved ones in this ceremony. We know many of you who have to travel great distances and take time off of work to be here with us today. And the school and your loved ones, thank you for that. I'd also like to thank Student Affairs and the University of Nicosia for putting all the hard work into organizing this white coat ceremony. Thank you. Students, we've all worked hard to get to this point. We have faced numerous challenges along the way and have made sacrifices. At times, perhaps, we might have even questioned our abilities to be doctors, but we've persevered. We're here today. Medical school is without doubt hard. Although most doctors would say that medicine is stupid easy, it's not. And I'm looking at you, Dr. Karyaskakis. Now, the beauty of this specific school is that it allowed each one of us to build a large family, composed of students from all around the globe. We got to share our culture and learn from each other. This sense of family spreads across years. Students younger than us come to us looking for advice, the same way we do to those older than us. This past year had many ups and downs. Both T years and MD Year 4 began for the first time our clinical rotations. We saw firsthand patient and doctor interaction. Medicine was no longer an academic thing to be memorizing from books. Suddenly, it became real. Through these rotations, many of us started to take preference with some specialties and perhaps dislike others for our future careers. Speaking of future careers, it's important to note that for both cohorts, a new site was suddenly opened for our clinical years, giving many of us the opportunities we could have never even imagined before, and allowing us to tailor our education in accordance to the career pathway we wish to follow after receiving our medical degree. Now, apart from entering our clinical rotation years, another big change is that we will no longer have PBL. You're happy. Now, for the guests that don't know what PBL is, it's pretty much a discussion room where about 8 to 7 students go twice a week to have snacks for 3 hours. That's it. Now, I'd like to finalize this by saying congratulations to T-Year on making it halfway through medical school. Also, a big congratulations to MD Year 4 on receiving their bachelor's degree. Now, we are all 2 years closer to achieving our dream. Now, we will all be distributed into hospitals all around the globe: Cyprus, UK, Israel, and USA. We shall take what we have learned here from our esteemed professors and put it into action. We shall continue to challenge ourselves and each other in a healthy way, aiming always to improve. Now, hopefully, we will all reunite again in this city in 2 years. Not receiving our white coat, but to receive our much-awaited medical degree. Thank you. Now, to begin with the real reason that you're all here, I would like to start by calling Dr. Marios Kariskakis into the floor. I shall begin by naming students. Please come ahead with your white coats so that Dr. Kariskakis can put it on for you. Ahmed Taha. Ahmed Sami Soliman. Ala Diab. Alexis Nicole Lees. Amit Benadi. Andreas Milios. Anthony Ibrahim. Asad Abdul Khalif. Aviad Abraham Izan. Aed Mahmoud. Betsy Susan Yeldoz. Bobak Bob Rasuli, Bridget Louise Heniki, Chan Mupar, Sharbel Shidia, Thank you, Dr. Kareskakis. I would like now to call to the stage Dr. Sula Nicolaou, as well as Christina Abikher, Christopher Sabah, Courtney Margaret De Souza, Dana Rosenfeld, Dean Joseph Stipik, Dimitri Cibulski, Eden Abergel, Edward Giles Melton, Elias Ai, Elias Dimitrios Smirlis, Roger Barakat, Emily Olivia Wright, Gabriel Hunjuma, Gabriela Freit Solima, George Stamelos, Juliana Alcivar, Hajar Biran, Now, thank you, Dr. Sula Nicolau. I'd like now to call on stage Dr. Julia Hines, as well as Heather Joan Holmes. Jacopo Berzacchi, Jennifer Tina Labranche, Jerome Joseph Lawrence, Joel Alotey, Joel Daniel Batson, José Julián Álvarez Torres, Joshua Louis, Joshua Aaron Rosenwhite, Juliet Irene Peck. Qasim Chris Saifuddin. Kelsey Elizabeth Berry. Kevin Omondi Oseso. Cristi Constantino. Lee Lingwood. Lee Melater. Leor Caspi. Thank you, Dr. Hines. Now, even though I'm loving the view from here, because I can see how everybody's wearing their white coats, I want to ask, please, Andreas Milos to the stage. He will read the rest of the names so that I can receive my white coat. And I would like to have Dr. Panos Ekonomou.
Hello again. 60 more claps to go. Actually, I'm lying, it's 80. Sorry, let me just, okay. Okay, Mr. Liran Rosenfeld. Mamoun El Saifi. Meital Assis. Miraj Javid. Michael Heriges.
No.
Muhammad Saleh. We've reached the Mohammeds now. Mohammed Tayara. Mohammed Karim Marash. Mohammed Marar. It happens, it happens. Mo Pizzaman. Moran Salomon. Miriam Bakadi. Nabi Rajawi. Nadav Yehuda Kane. Nadim Atwan. Nadim Alamin. Natalie Hassan. Negin Dina Farcio. Ivanovic. Olivia Jane Scott. I would now kindly ask Dr. Joseph to come up to the stage. And please, Mr. Omar Steyman. Ophir Pegnazi. Happens. Ortel Mansal. Philip Peterman. Rachel Hadassah Dutch. The moment you've all been waiting for. Mr. Rahul Sharma. Now accompanied by a beautiful partner, we have Miss Raz Buddha. Rebecca Lee Wetzel. Safines Bellamy. Sean Zadik. Shafiq Jersh. Shay Azad Hassan. Simran Kaur Shim. Thank you, Dr. Joseph. Now, in tribute to the clinical skills, we would love to have Ms. Ayu Vasiliou up here. And we'll progress with Ms. Sophie Graham. Ms. Tali Barel. Try going to the gym with her. Tarek Fatrous. It happens. Thomas Lush. Thomas Stad. Uri Ashani. Another one coming along, Violetta Yamin. Walandi Asefa Lintiso. I'm gonna say the whole thing. William Fernand Yannis Alphonse Verbist. Garden Segal. Yoav Avidar. Zainab Atiyah. Last but not least, Zor Ben Shaddach. we'd like to ask Dr. Eli Vasiliou to stay here. We're done with the MBBS program. We're moving on to the congratulations. You all look so good. We're now moving on with the MD program. First white coat ceremony. Congratulations to that. And we're starting with Mr. Ahmed Ozgit. Antigoni Papayoannou. Athena Michailidis. Athena Lazarido. Isma Hussein. Christos Sterios Partizadis.
I take it for you.
Eleni Burda. Gaurav Pidiseti. Ioannis Χαραλάμπους. Ιωάννης Φίβος Κουλαΐδης. Ιωσήφ Καραλής. Βυσάνη Λογιάλα. Maria Kanaragi. Melina Mar.
With my arm.
Nicolas Pova. Omar Al-Sirwan.
Here is the ball. No. Yes. We play together.
I do apologize, the upper concentration made me forget to call Dr. George Athanasiou 5 names ago. So, please don't hold it against me for future OSCEs. We have the last two students, Mr. Spiridon Bekas. And last but not least, Tanaz Yusefi. Thanks for clapping. I hope your shoulders are fine. This concludes the ceremony for today. I'm happy because we're done, finally. And at this, the exams. And clapping. And at the same time, I'm unhappy because this means that it's time for us, unfortunately, to separate 6 ways. Some of you will be going to Baltimore, others will be going to Chicago, the Israelis will be going back home, some will be off to Sheffield in the UK, and then the rest will be divided in Cyprus between Nicosia and Limassol. We all came, this is going to sound cliche, but it's true. We all came into this program as strangers, and we have developed into a family. It's true. I had a story, but I'm not going to say it. No. We acted as family to do. We shared each other's hardships, but also each other's happiness, each other's chicken nuggets, each other's coffees, especially Sean. We will all miss each other very much. And, everybody was unique in their personality and they brought something different to the table. I'm also hoping that this is not a goodbye, but I see you soon. Okay, this was a cliche. I hope you'll miss this little island called Cyprus, where you can find a kiosk, a cafe, and a souvlaki place in every corner. I hope we'll meet here again in 2 years, where we'll be called doctors, finally. Honestly, it sucks. Just open a place in Bahamas or Miami and send us all there, Even Paris is nice this time of the year anyway. Maybe in the future, we'll see. I would also like to take a moment to thank the Student Affairs team, especially Mr. Andreas, Ms. Pamela, and Ms. Nicoletta for their invaluable effort. In helping to organize this beautiful event. Additionally, thank you to the rest of the members of the student committee who took time out of their busy schedules to help and really helped to push this when we had exams. Thank you also to the volunteers, you're doing an amazing job. And last but not least, to the professors who are here sitting down and the ones who couldn't make it here. thank you. The component of a good medical school is the people working in it, and your passion is really making the difference here. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now I'd like to call the MD students for their group photo, and then we're going to come down for our group photo. Thank you.
I'll make you right.